Hey, everybody. Welcome to Celebrity Guest Tonight. We're going to be doing a little bit of a trivia game show for y'all. See if you can guess who these celebrities are or these movies are before I actually reveal their names. So, thank you for being on Celebrity Guest Tonight. I'm Stephanie Stevens. I am your host, and I will be here to hopefully educate you and entertain you and inspire you. And thank you all for joining me here, like on my second or third YouTube live. And I'm excited. I'm excited about this journey here on YouTube. And hopefully I can have a weekly show with you guys and we can have a lot of fun. Or for you insomniacs, I will be doing a late night one as well. So if you can't sleep, you can join me here on Celebrity Guest Game and see if you can guess who these celebrities are. We're going to start off tonight with our first celebrity from Rain Man. From Rain Man, he also was in the movie with Tom Cruise in Rain Man. And he also did this other cross-dressing movie called Tootsie. Called Tootsie. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? He was in the movie Tootsie. And this is him as the actor. Anybody know who this actor is? Anybody know who this actor is? That's right. This is Mr. Dustin Hoffman, and this is him in Tootsie. In Tootsie. Fabulous actor. Fabulous actor. That's Mr. Dustin Hoffman. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on Celebrity Guest Game. Coming in next is Miss. She was the president's second wife. The president of the United States. This was his second wife. Anybody know who this woman is? Miss Hawaiian Tropics herself. This was Donald J. Trump's second wife. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Miss Marla Maples. Miss Marla Maples, Donald Trump's second wife. That's Miss Marla Maples. Beautiful. You don't see her anywhere now. I guess she's trying to stay clear of the Donalds. That's Miss Marla Maples, Donald Trump's second wife. Coming in next, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? And she has a hit song from the 00 James Bond series, Skyfall. Anybody know who this singer is? Anybody know who the singer is from Skyfall? This is her now. Anybody know who Miss Skyfall is? Anybody know who the singer is? That's right, this is Miss Adele. Adele. We love us a Miss Adele. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? This next woman lives in Las Vegas. She's one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and she just can't seem to keep her underwear on because it's just too hot in Las Vegas. And of course, she has a song out called Toxic. And apparently, she can't keep her underwear on in Las Vegas. Anybody know who this singer is? Anybody know who this woman is that just can't seem to keep her underwear on in Las Vegas? I know it's hot in Las Vegas because I've been there a few times, but it ain't that hot there. That's right. This is Miss Britney Spears. Miss Britney Spears, the woman that can't keep her underwear on in Las Vegas because it is just apparently too hot. That's right. This is Miss Britney Spears. We love her, Miss Toxic herself. Coming in next is the second black president of the United States and this LGBT talk show host. Anybody know who these people are? Anybody know who this is Barack Obama from Obamacare, and this is Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres and Barack Obama, the second black president. I'm not going to tell you who the first one was, because then y'all will all be in my comments trying to let me have it. Coming in next from late night TV, this is the one and only Mr. Culture Club himself and Miss Potty Mouth, the comedian with the potty mouth. That's right, this is Miss Joan Rivers and Boy George. Joan Rivers and Boy George on late night television. I love Joan Rivers. She was just so fabulous and real and raw. Now, coming in next is apparently if the glove don't fit, you must quit. Apparently, this gentleman here used to run and jump over suitcases for Hertz rental car in the 1970s, got a Heisman Trophy, and then became concerning in Las Vegas when those items came up for sale and somebody bought them and then he wanted them returned. So there was a discrepancy. If the glove don't fit, you must quit. I don't know what that was about. Y'all know who this gentleman is? Apparently he was flying down the highway in Los Angeles in a white Bronco. This concerning citizen was flying down the highway in Los Angeles, California in a white Bronco. That's right, this is Mr. O.J. Simpson. If the glove don't fit, you must quit. That's right, this is Mr. O.J. Simpson. And coming in next is his cell roommate, his cellie roommate. He had a roommate in prison, the Jello Pudding Man. The Jello Pudding Man, the first black doctor on television. Anybody knows who OJ's roommate was? Of course, this was the first black doctor on television. Apparently, he used to line white women up on casting couches to make sure that their acting abilities were up to par. If you know what I mean, apparently. That's right. This is Mr. Bill Cosby, the concerning first black doctor on television. And the Jello Pudding Man. We love him because he did a lot for a lot of the black colleges. You know, he put a lot of money into the black colleges. Thank you, Bill, for doing that. But I don't know what the cost was. Coming to you next, he is a she now. He actually was a gold medalist in pole vaulting. Pole vaulting. I guess I'm saying that I'm not very good with sports. Pole vaulting. He is now a she. He is now a she. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She's part of the Kardashian clan. This is Caitlyn Jenner. She used to be Bruce Jenner, and she is now Caitlyn Jenner. Concerning in a lot of different ways, but she's being herself. Coming in next is How Will I Know? And she made Dolly Parton one of the richest women in the world by doing a remake of I Will Always Love You. Anybody know who this pop singer is? Anybody know who this pop singer is? That's right. This is the one and only Miss Whitney Houston. Miss Whitney Houston, the greatest love of all, and so many sultry songs that we love. I'm Every Woman, So Emotional, Step by Step, The Preacher's Wife. We love her and we miss her. That's Miss Whitney Houston. Coming to the stage right now. Well, coming to the coming to the stage. I'm thinking about the show last night that we just had. Up next is, she's from the Jeffersons, and she played Sherman Hemsley's wife in the Jeffersons. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? This is Miss Isabel Sanford from the Jeffersons, and her character was Wheezy in the show with the sassy maid Florence and next door neighbor Mr. Bentley, and upstairs Helen and Willis. That's right, the Jeffersons, starring Wheezy, Isabel Sanford. We love her. Coming in next, he's from the show. I can't remember what the show was called. But anyway, he was Urkel. He was Urkel in this show. And he is now up and coming actor. He's grown up now and he's just fabulous. Anybody know who Urkel is? I can't believe I can't remember the name of the show. I have been live on all platforms tonight, and he never came across the board. She just put the new list here, and it just escapes my mind. Anybody know what show he was on? Anybody know what show Urkel was on? This is Jaleel White. Jaleel White, and he played Urkel. And I just can't remember the name of the show. Oh my God. It's not like me to forget anything because I am a history buff and I usually know all these things. Coming into you now, he has a 747 parked in his driveway. A 747 parked in his driveway. He was also in the movie Pulp Fiction with Samuel L. Jackson. Anybody know who this cross-dressing superstar is? Anybody know who this superstar is? That's right. This is Mr. John Travolta, and this is him in drag as Edna Turnbull. This is him from in the movie Broadway, the Broadway movie, and he played Edna Turnbull. And this is Mr. John Travolta, Mr. John Travolta from Pulp Fiction. We love him. Control. She is part of the Jackson clan. Anybody know who this woman is and what album this is from? This is from the Control album, and this is Miss Janet Jackson. Miss Janet Jackson in full control. Thank God, because that when Joe was in control, things were a lot different. Coming into you now, this woman stole $6 million, apparently, from the senior citizens of Florida. She used to call around and say, yeah, she can guess what your weight was, your age was, where you lived, and who the baby daddy was, and all of this. This woman here was a psychic. Anybody know who this concerning psychic was that swindled the Floridians out of $6 million? This is Mrs. Cleo. Mrs. Cleo, she used to call black people's houses, and she used to say, they used to be like, who is this? And she's like, Miss Cleo, and they'd be like, who? She used to call people's houses and never tell them that she was charging them $3.99 a minute, and she's just scamming, scamming. That's Miss Cleo, Miss Cleo, the woman that scammed the Floridians out of $6 million. Coming into you next, the Queen of Pop and the King of Pop, the one and only. Anybody know who these two? When they were trying to convince us that they were heterosexual. Apparently, when they was trying to convince us. That's right, this is Mr. Michael Jackson and Madonna, when they was trying to convince us of certain things. Mr. Michael Jackson and Madonna, we love her like a virgin. Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. I love Madonna. Vogue, Express Yourself. This woman has done so much for the LGBT community, and she's just stood up for rights, and she's a great activist, and we can never take anything away from this woman because she did great work for the LGBT community. Coming in next, this woman used to be the host of The View. Then she was in a movie called as in the Flintstones. She was in the Flintstones movie, and apparently she was the Carnival Cruise Line representative for a little bit there, and she amassed a fortune of $150 million. And I was like, does the Flintstones pay that much? Because I needed to be in the Flintstone. I mean, my feet aren't that big, but I can make them that big. That's right. This is Miss Rosie O'Donnell. Miss Rosie O'Donnell from the Flintstones. We love her, and she's part of our community. And she's standing up to the orange man. I won't say anything because we don't want the show to go left just yet. Coming up next, she had the biggest daytime talk show after Oprah Winfrey during daytime, and then all of a sudden, after 18 seasons, the show just abruptly ended. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? This is the one and only Miss Ellen DeGeneres. She really made a difference in talk shows after Oprah Winfrey left the talk show circuit. That's Miss Ellen DeGeneres, 18 seasons. Coming in next is his sultry voice. He's a lot different than he was when he was here. Anybody know who this soul singer is, sultry voice? Anybody know who this singer is? This is Mr. Sam Smith. Mr. Sam Smith. That's right, with that sultry voice. Coming in, Miss 9 to 5. I will always love you, Jolene, 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 Jolene. Now she has a cooking empire where she makes all these quick, um, easy meals, and she's, cakes and pies and wine, lipstick. This is this woman has taught me a lot about go big or go home. This is the one and only Miss Dolly Parton, bigger than life. We love her. Miss Dolly Parton is just doing it. She's like, sell everything, sell everything. This is life. Sell everything. We want wine. We want cookies, cakes, pies, lipstick, um, everything, wigs. Sell it all. That's it. Because when we're dead and gone, doesn't matter. People can forgot you 10 minutes later. Coming in next from the Blade series. Apparently, he swindled. I mean, apparently he didn't pay his taxes in Florida and was put in prison. Apparently, for not paying taxes in Florida on property that he owned. From the Blade series, this is Mr. Wesley Snipes. Mr. Wesley Snipes. He was also in the movie To Wong Fu with Patrick Swayze and Greg Louganis. Coming in next is Miss Wap. Miss Wap. She's been dropping a wop all over the place. She was married to ASAP. Anybody know who this rapper is? Anybody know who this rapper is? That's right. This is Miss Cardi B. Miss Wap herself. Miss Cardi B. Miss Am I doing it right? That's right. This is Miss Cardi B. We love her, Miss Wap. Our next celebrity has 147 vintage cars. And he was also, after David Letterman left, he became the late night king. But with 147 vintage cars, he was really busy. This is the one and only Mr. Jay Leno. We can never forget this face. Anywhere he goes in the world, people are going to know who he is. This is Mr. Jay Leno from late night television. As you know, lots of different things are happening now with late night television. Mr. Stephen Colbert's show just got canceled, and they said there's a few other ones on the block, apparently. And so we will see a lot of changes in television, I think, in general, because most people now watch YouTube and stream on different platforms such as TikTok and YouTube. Coming in next from the Birdcage, the one and only Mr. from the Birdcage. Anybody know who this actor is? He has a new comedy show out now with two other actors. That's fabulous. I haven't seen enough of it. It was starring him, Linda Lavin, who just passed away. This is Mr. Nathan Lane. Mr. Nathan Lane from The Birdcage. If you have not seen The Birdcage, you need to see it because it's fantastic, The Birdcage. Coming in next is the pistol-carrying grandmother. He's all over the internet now. He has a new show out called Medea's Wedding. So, anybody know who this actor is? Anybody know who this actor is? And this gun-toting grandmother. That's right, this is Mr. Tyler Perry and Medea. The woman, the grandmother that sets things straight. The matriarch that sets things straight in the household. We love Mr. Tyler Perry and Medea. Anything he does with Medea, it's hilarious. Coming in next is Shake Your Boom Boom, Mr. Miami himself. He was married, but now he's divorced. He has two children, and like I said, I'm very good with children, but not two children. I like Anderson Cooper's one child, and then it would be just, if he liked girls like me, I could take care of one child. But this gentleman here is part of our community, and he has two children, and I'm not very good at taking care of two children, and the father. But he is a real cutie. One night might be okay. I could come over there and pretend like we're going to watch Netflix and chill. And see what happens. Coming in next is the creator and the host of The View. This woman here is fantastic. She is the creator of The View. And she was on a show called 2020 with Hugh Downs. It was Barbara Walters and Hugh Downs on 2020. That's right. This is Miss Barbara Walters. I let it out too fast. I let it out. I set it up and just spilled it. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Coming in next, Cher, daughter, is now known as himself. He decided to become himself. So Cher's daughter, Chastity, is now Chaz, and he is just being himself. There's a best-selling novel out now, and so this is Chaz Bono, Cher's son. So, and he's just being himself, and he's part of our community, and we welcome you with open arms, Chaz. Yes. Next is from Culture Club, and he was one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is Mr. Boy George. He was expressing himself before expressing himself. He was doing it before any of them with the group Culture Club. That's right, this is Mr. Boy George just doing it. Being who he is right from the get-go. Don't try to fool the people, just be who you are. Forget the madness. Our next celebrity is an opera soprano, a diva. She is a diva. And she was doing it before Kathleen Battle and the Julianne, forgot her last name, the other lady. This woman here just took over the entire opera scene with being a soprano. Oh, that's right. This is Miss Jessie Norman. Miss Jessie Norman, the opera queen. Before Wilhelmina Wiggins Fernandez or Kathleen Battle or any of them, this woman became the queen of soprano. Our next celebrity is a singer. They actually thought she was a man. She is from Jamaica, and she has such songs as My Jamaican Guy and Slave to the Rhythm and La Vie en Rose. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? From the movie License to Kill with Dolph Lundgren and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? This is Grace Jones. Miss Grace Jones, Slave to the Rhythm. Coming in next is a hotel heiress. This hotel heiress apparently used to beat up the maids in New York City if they didn't clean the rooms properly. Her and her husband owned half the hotels in New York City before Donald J. Trump's father and all of that took over. Anybody know who that woman is? That's Miss Leona Helmsley, the woman that beats up the maids in New York City, apparently. That's what I heard. Coming in next is the sultry singer, R&B singer, send chills up your spine. This is anybody know who this singer is? Anybody know this? He sang with Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker. He sang with everybody. Oprah Winfrey interviewed him one time and she went to his house and she was scared to sit down on anything because his house was so perfect. That's right, this is Mr. Luther Vandross. Mr. Luther Vandross. And we love him. That sultry singing. A chair is still a chair, even when there's no one sitting there. Oh, Mr. Luther Vandross. Coming in next, the 48th president of the United States of America. He says, I did not sleep with that woman. I did not sleep with that woman. And the woman that he slept with, or apparently slept with, apparently she put out a line of purses and couldn't sell not one. How do you sleep with the most powerful man in the world and not be able to sell a purse? I would have sold purses, chains, oxtails, neck bones, seafood, cars, stolen cars. I would have sold everything if I slept with the most powerful man in the world. That's right, this is Mr. Bill Clinton, the weed-smoking, saxophone-playing president. We love us a weed-smoking saxophone player. That means that he's part of the family. Yes, keep it there, Bill. Yes, Mr. Bill Clinton, he's part of the family. Coming in next is the The dancing guru himself keeps you in shape. Just keeps you in shape. Anybody know who the dancing guru is? The dancing guru. That's right. This is Mr. Richard Simmons, and he wants you to be in shape. He just passed away, and we will miss Mr. Richard Simmons. He was part of our community, and we miss him. Such a talent. Such a talent. Coming in next is this gentleman was on the Yellow Brick Tour, and he and his husband now are trying to eradicate AIDS with their AIDS Foundation. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is Mr. Elton John, back in 1970s. And him and his boyfriend, him and his husband there, are trying to eradicate AIDS with their foundation, the Elton John AIDS Foundation. Coming in next, where's the beef? I've said that a few times late night after having a few too many drinks and then, thinking, let me get on this hookup app and invite. Where's the beef? This lady wants to know where's the beef. This is Miss Clara Peller from the Burger King commercials, or was it the Wendy's? I think it was the Burger King. She'd pull up and go, where's the beef? I've said that many late nights. And you go, that's not your picture. That wasn't your picture. You don't look anything like that. And that's not what's in the picture. Coming in next, this next star was on RuPaul's Drag Race. And apparently her and her boyfriend were driving down I-95 in Miami, thinking they were Cheech and Chong. And the police pulled them over. And this is her from RuPaul's Drag Race. And this is her mugshot. Now, apparently this is Tyra Sanchez, the concerning contestant from RuPaul's Drag Race. Apparently she decided that she would drive a broken down ice cream truck all the way to Los Angeles to sell t-shirts at DragCon. Something they didn't want her to do. But we'll leave it right there. Because it was about to go left with me. It was about to go left, y'all. Oh my goodness. Coming in next, he had a cooking show and then a traveling cooking show on television. He's passed away as well. But yet, you never know what people are going through in life. So be kind. So this is the one and only. He's very much my type. But he used to have this amazing show that I watched all the time. And he would travel around the world trying different foods and telling on different destinations around the world. That's right. This is Mr. Anthony Bourdain. Mr. Anthony Bourdain, the gentleman that traveled around the world eating exotic foods and trying and different destinations around the planet. A lot of the stuff that he was eating, I couldn't have done it. I would have tried, but I couldn't have done it. Coming to us next is top model, Miss Top Model herself. She left New York City to go open up an ice cream franchise in Australia. Anybody know who Miss Top Model is? She left New York City. How do you leave New York City to go open up an ice cream franchise in Australia? This is Miss Tyra Banks, the woman that made a strange decision leaving New York City, opening up ice cream stores, ice cream franchise, and decided to move to Australia and open up an ice cream franchise there. I will never understand top models. Now I see why they say models are dumb. Well, Naomi Campbell wasn't dumb. She got very rich. Callum Harper, he's getting very rich. Oh, these are smart people. But apparently, this woman knows something about Australia that she don't know about her own country. Who opens up a franchise in a foreign country and doesn't live there? Well, anyway, enough of that. Coming into you next is the gypsy woman herself. She used to make us dance to She's Homeless. She's Homeless. Y'all remember that song? She had us dancing up a storm in the 80s. That's right, this is Miss Crystal Gale. Miss Crystal Gale. And she had us dancing to She's Homeless. Oh, I love that song back in the days. I mean, it ain't funny now. I mean, it's surprising that we made this such an anthem after so many people are homeless. It's a very strange and odd situation. Coming in next, the woman from a different world. A different world. She started off in a different world. She became Mama Morton in Chicago. And she's a rapper. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah, and she is part of our community. And we love her. She's just being herself. Coming in next, the worst Batman on the planet. The worst Batman on the planet, from my point of view. But he's a real cutie. But he lives in a castle. And anybody know who this gentleman is? This is him as a little boy. Anybody know who this gentleman is? The worst Batman on the planet. He was in Ocean's 11. Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is Mr. George Clooney. Please don't ever play Batman again. That was terrible. But anyway, we love you anyway. Just keep making tequila and coffee, and I'll be in your corner every time, dear George. Coming in next, the one and only talk show host. Like I said, a lot of the late night talk shows are going through some changes. And Paramount and all these different companies are making decisions about changing the way television looks now and who is more valuable to be on TV and not be on TV. And this gentleman here is a comedian and was a talk show host, Mr. Trevor North. I don't know much about him, so this is why I just rambled it out, because I don't know much about him. And because usually I like people with a long history and something that is very detailed about their life that I remember very vividly. Coming in next, this was the cross-dressing Army sergeant in the Army. He was in the Army and he was cross-dressing all over the place. And he was being himself. Back in the days when who would ever guess somebody in the Army would be cross-dressing? Anybody ever knew this? He's from MASH. This actor is from MASH. The cross-dressing actor from MASH. This is Alan Alda, one of the first cross-dressing actors on primetime television in full drag in the Army. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Well, things are a lot different now. There's the no say gay bill and, don't say who you are and all these things. I mean, they're trying to turn these things back now, but I think it's a little far. And I think it's wrong to take away people's lives after they've invested their life into service of taking care of the U.S., looking after the U.S., looking after themselves, and the mere fact that they're concerned about the safety and the security of the country, and they put their lives at risk. You can't just come and try to turn back a law like that. Well, anyway, this next movie, this clown had a red balloon that scared little children. Not the little children of New York City. It's a lot different than the little kids in New York City and Los Angeles. But he scared kids all over the planet. Anybody know what movie this was? Anybody know what movie this was? That's right. This was It. When you saw that little red balloon, you knew the kids knew they had to leave the block because this clown was coming. Whew. Anyway, coming up next is this man was married to a woman named Priscilla. They ended up having a daughter named Lisa, and they lived in a mansion called Graceland. Now, I've said this many times, and I laugh about this, but I remember this gentleman here was in the Pacific Paradise movies way back in the day under, it was Warner Brothers. I think it was Warner Brothers, and he used to do these Paradise movies where he would be on the beach singing to these women. And I used to always see him in these little bitty swimming trunks, but I never saw anything. And he was walking right towards you. You never saw anything, even when he turned sideways. I thought, well, how did they get little Lisa Marie? Lisa Marie, this is Elvis Presley, the man with the empty swimming shorts. Coming in next, this gentleman here was from the Blade series. And apparently, this gentleman here got arrested for tax evasion for not paying for his houses in Florida. Apparently. He also was in the movie To Wong Foo. Anybody know who this is? This is Mr. Wesley Snipes from To Wong Foo. We love us some Mr. Wesley Snipes from To Wong Foo. Coming in next from Thelma and Louise. And he also married Angelina Jolie, Miss Tomb Raider. And He has 6 kids. Anybody know who this gentleman is? He was also in Lestat with Tom Cruise, the vampire erotic movie. Did you guys see that? Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Oh my goodness. That just makes me, oh my God. Oh, I don't want to say nothing. But Mr. Brad Pitt, we love us and Mr. Brad Pitt. But I remember him having no shirt on and Thelma and Louise, and I almost fainted because I was like, oh Lord have mercy. Why couldn't it have been me falling back or falling over or falling on something? Y'all get my point. Coming in next is the concerning First Lady of the Philippines. Apparently, this lady from the Philippines was the First Lady. Apparently, her and her husband stole all the money from the people of the Philippines, and she had 400 pairs of shoes. Apparently. Apparently. I don't know. See this picture here, she's saying, I only had 399 pairs of shoes, not 400. That's what she's saying there. Apparently, this woman, her and her husband, ran off with all the money from the people of the Philippines, and they were starving to death, but yet the two of them ran off with all the money. Apparently, this is Miss Leona, not Miss Leona, Miss Imelda Marcos. Miss Imelda Marcos, the woman that had 400 pairs of shoes while the people of the Philippines starved to death. That. She said she didn't do it. They're still looking for her. Coming in next from Tu Wong Fu, this is the one and only Noxzema Jackson. Miss Noxzema Jackson from Tu Wong Fu, played by Wesley Snipes. He doesn't make the best looking woman, but he doesn't make an ugly woman. But this is Wesley Snipes and Tu Wong Fu. Yep, and he's playing Miss Noxzema Jackson. Coming in next is the Reverend. He was in the marching with Martin Luther King in the 1960s, and he's always been there for civil rights and human rights. This is the one and only Mr. Reverend Earl Sharpton. Mr. Reverend Earl Sharpton, the man that was there next to Martin Luther King in the 1960s civil rights movement. Coming in next is this woman is part of the Continental family. I'm sure you've heard Continental every now and then, here and there. And Miss Continental is one of the biggest pageants for female impersonators and drag queens and drag artists from around the world. And to win Miss Continental is one of the most elite pageants within the LGBT community. It's well respected, well known, well attended, and all of the girls want to be Miss Continental. And tonight we're going to spotlight one of the Miss Continentals that will be on my show that we've already filmed, and we will be showing clips of this Miss Continental because she's in Las Vegas making moves. Anybody know who this Miss Continental is? Miss Continental, the pageant for trans women, drag queens, female impersonation of all kinds. And they also have a Mr. Continental. They set the standards for pageantry across the world. This is Miss Dominique Chappelle, the woman in Las Vegas that is making moves. She's making moves. She's doing a lot of great things for the LGBT community and herself. Coming in next, this woman needed to go to rehab. That was the name of the song, Rehab. But she was fabulous, and we love her. She also had a song called Valerie and Back to Black. This is the one and only Miss Amy Winehouse. Miss Amy Winehouse, fabulous singer. If you've never heard that song, Valerie, it's fabulous. I love it when she sings that song raw. Coming in next, a fashion mogul. A fashion mogul. He's worth $600 million. Ready to wear, everyday wear. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is Mr. Michael Kors. Ready to wear, everywhere. Mr. Michael Kors. Look at that. I just gave you another one, Michael. Coming in next is they were the host, they were the #1 show on early morning television. He's passed away now, but this is the two that they ruled early morning television before Ryan and Kelly. This is Kathy Lee Gifford and Regis Philbin. Regis Philbin and Kathy Lee Gifford, they were the king and queen of early morning television. And I used to watch them religiously. I love that show. Coming in next from Mississippi Burning and The Birdcage with with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane. This gentleman played the senator. This gentleman played the senator. That he just passed away as well. This is Mr. Gene Hackman in full drag in The Birdcage. If you've never seen The Birdcage, you have to watch it because it is hilarious. Hilarious. Coming in next, this was the President of the United States. This man had a shoe thrown at him. A shoe thrown at him. Now, this is my thought. Now, it's just having a shoe thrown at you is not just having a shoe thrown at you. Now, when I thought about having a shoe thrown at him, I thought two things. Did the man have socks on? Because if he didn't have socks on, and then did the man have clean socks on or dirty socks? So there's a lot coming at you. When people throw shoes at you, because somebody threw a shoe at this man. And my thoughts were, did he have socks on or didn't he have socks on? Were the socks clean? Did he have foot powder in the shoe? Y'all know where I was going with that. It went left quick. I was going to say something else, but she's over there telling me, don't push it. Don't push it. Coming to you next, a fashion mogul. He was the king of fashion for a very long time. And all the way from London, England, over there. This is the king of fashion. Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right. This is Mr. Alexander McQueen. Mr. Alexander McQueen, the king of fashion couture. He was the king. I mean, if you could have saw that stuff that he made, I mean, that stuff must have weighed at least 20 or 30 pounds, some of that stuff. But coming in next is Mr. CNN himself. Mr. CNN himself. He had a boyfriend. Now he has a baby. There's a baby now. Anybody know who Mr. CNN is? That's right. This is Mr. Anderson Cooper, the man with the baby. And I think that I could help take care of the baby while you're at work. If you like girls like me, they're Anderson. That's right. This is Mr. Anderson Cooper from CNN. Anytime you need me to come help you take care of that baby, Anderson, I'm coming to New York to help you take care of that baby and maybe give you a nice massage to make sure that you're okay. So you can go to the station, the thing, and deliver the news the right way. I don't mind taking care of Anderson Cooper because I know that he's part of the Vanderbilt fortune. And I know how to take care of children. I know how to take care of babies. And I know how to spend some of that cash there, Anderson. Coming in next. Apparently, women used to throw their underwear on the stage to this man. Apparently, women used to throw their underwear on stage to this gentleman. Apparently, I'll tell y'all why later on. Because apparently, if you've never seen this gentleman on stage in the 1970s, you need to watch some of his stuff. This is him now on The Voice as older. But I'm sure he's still, getting panties threw up on the stage at him. Anybody know who this gentleman is? But back then, he was a real, I'm coming over there. Women were slingshotting their panties on the stage to this gentleman. This is Mr. Tom Jones from The Voice, where women used to throw their panties up on the stage. Oh my goodness. They throw their panties on the stage to me. I'm throwing them right, slingshotting them right back. Coming up next from Coming to America. Coming to America, The Clumps, Dr. Doolittle, and many others. Anybody know who this famous actor is? Anybody know? This is him in full bloom, in full drag, and this is him as the actor himself. That's right, this is Mr. Eddie Murphy, and this is the mother that he plays in The Clumps. It's a very funny movie. Very funny movie. Eddie Murphy is just hilarious in general. Coming next, this sultry singer was part of the 2 Tons of Fun with Izora Rhodes and Sylvester. And I performed with her many years ago at the Pride Festival in Montreal. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She was the lead singer and didn't get credit on the smash hit of the um, Everybody album from Black Box. And this was the lead singer. They used her voice, but they didn't use her in the videos. This is the one and only Miss Martha Wash. Everybody dance now. Y'all remember that? We used to all hit the dance floor as soon as that would come on. That was Miss Martha Wash's voice back then. Excuse me, y'all. 1 minute. I need to have a little something to drink. Coming in next is an upset supermodel. Apparently, if you get on the bad side of this supermodel, you might just get in a tussle. Apparently. I heard that this woman likes to fight. I'm not very sure. But I heard that this supermodel, is very concerning. If something goes missing of hers in her hotel room or her house, she likes to fight. That's apparently. Apparently, this beautiful black supermodel is Miss Naomi Campbell, the woman that likes to fight. Apparently. I've never seen her with a man. How did she get a baby? Does she have a man? I don't know. Maybe she beat him up. Put him in the closet. Well, anyway, coming to the stage, coming now, right out now. He was the big voice of male opera. He was the big voice of male opera. I'm trying not to say nothing concerning because she's sitting right there like, don't do it. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? Apparently, this opera singer married a 24-year-old woman and moved to Spain. He's not alive anymore, I don't think, but at least she got to 24 years old. Get the money, get it. Hello, I'm sorry. If the man is appealing and he's nice, and you just happen to fall in love with an older man, it helps to live in a mansion and have beautiful stuff, and you can afford anything you want. I fall in love with him too. This is Pavarotti, but he was 400 pounds. I don't know how she dealt with that. But anyway, that was Pavarotti. He married a 24-year-old and ran to Spain. Coming in next is the first black Catwoman. The first black Catwoman, Miss Stacey Bone. Miss Stacey Bone and Santa Baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. That's right, this is Miss Eartha Kitt, Miss Champagne Taste. Eartha Kitt and Miss Champagne Taste, the first black Catwoman. Coming in now, all the way from Mississippi Burning and The Birdcage. And The Birdcage, anybody know who this gentleman is? From Mississippi Burning and The Birdcage. That's right, this is Mr. Gene Hackman. He just passed away, and we will miss him and his movie. He also was in the movie The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane. This next woman coming up was the Queen of Gospel. Before Shirley Caesar and Yolanda Adams, this woman was the queen. And Elvis Presley showed up at a lot of her shows because he just admired this woman. Anybody know who this woman is? Her most famous song is Precious Lord. Precious Lord is the most downloaded song by this gospel sensation, Miss Mahalia Jackson. Miss Mahalia Jackson, she was the queen before Shirley and Yolanda. Coming in next, the Songbird, the gay icon herself. She has such hits as You Are My Friend, Somebody Loves You Baby, Lady Marmalade, and many others. Anybody know who this woman is? If Only You Knew. And New Day, Stir It Up. New Attitude. That's right, this is Miss Patti LaBelle, the lady that can make the sweet potato pies and the catfish. This is Miss Patti LaBelle. So sultry singer with the voice, the round mound of sound. We love Miss Patti LaBelle. This next woman, the Iron Lady. They called her the Iron Lady because she knew how to put men in their place. Apparently, this prime minister here is known as Miss Margaret Thatcher. They called her the Iron Lady because she knew how to put men in their place. That's Miss Margaret Thatcher. Coming in next is the king of late night television and Michael boxing promoter. Mike Tyson's boxing promoter. Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's Mr. David Letterman and Mr. Don King. Mr. Don King, apparently the man that took all of Mike Tyson's money and gave it to Robin Givens. Apparently. Coming in next, Miss Potty Mouth herself. A lot like me. So if you ever come to see my shows, you're not going to be getting no church girl. You're going to be getting, I curse, I'm real, and I'm raw. And I'm a lot like this woman. And she was the Queen of Vegas back in the 1970s. Anybody know who this woman is? Miss Potty Mouth herself. That's right, this is Miss Millie Jackson. Miss Millie Jackson. We love Miss Millie Jackson, Miss Potty Mouth. If you've never seen Millie Jackson live in Las Vegas, you need to YouTube it and watch it because she is fantastic. She was a rapper and a singer, and she used to do all these skits before anybody else did them. Coming in next, Beyonce portrayed this woman in the movie Cadillac. Back in the 1950s and 60s, they used to think this woman was a white woman. This is Miss Etta James. Miss Etta James. And they used to think she was a white woman. She sang the song At Last with Beyonce, from Beyonce. Beyonce sang it. Coming in next, this next gentleman. While that's going on, I'll have a little drink. Excuse me. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. This next gentleman, he is telling his story now on HIV, educating people on his journey of what he's going through with HIV. Anybody know this gentleman from Kinky Boots and Pose? Kinky Boots and Pose. This is him on the Met Gala carpet. This is Mr. Billy Porter. Mr. Billy Porter from Pose and Kinky Boots. And he's telling his story and educating people about HIV and AIDS. Coming in next, the round mound of sound. Shake, shake, shake. This woman here is a gay icon. She did lots of B movies, and she used to hang out with the Egg Lady. The Egg Lady. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this gay icon is? That's right, this is Divine. Divine, Miss Shake, Shake, Shake. Coming next, this woman had one of the most biggest hits on the planet, and we used to all dance to them, and drag queens still do it to this day. And of course, I perform her in many of my shows, and this is a staple. Miss Legs herself, Miss What Love Got to Do With It, and so many others. Anybody know who this woman is? Miss Proud Mary. Miss Proud Mary herself. That's right, this is Miss Tina Turner. Miss Tina Turner. I'm really glad that at the end of her life, she ended up getting married, and she had a fantastic husband that took care of her, and she ended up being happy in her mansion on the lake there in the river. It's perfect, fabulous. I mean, you performed for 60 years. Amazing thing that she ended up being happy at the end of it. That was an amazing thing. Coming in next is the purple-haired comedian. The purple-haired 6'6" comedian. The purple-haired woman. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? The purple-haired comedian. That's right, this is Miss Dame Edna with the slick humor. She has slick comedic genius. She's very slick. It just slides by you, and you catch it on the way out. It's very funny. That's right. This is Miss Dame Edna. Hello, possums. Hello, possums. I love that there, Miss Dame Etna. Coming into you next. This woman is one of the biggest pop stars of today, and she has a lot of little monsters running around all over town, and she prefers to wear meat dresses. Anybody know who this woman is? The woman that prefers to wear meat dresses. If your sirloins and pork chops are out at your local butchery, that's because this woman is wearing them. Anybody know who this woman is? It's got little monsters following her all over the world. Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Miss Lady Gaga, the lady that loves wearing sirloin gowns. I love that there. Miss Lady Gaga. She's fabulous. She does a lot for our community as well. So many people are stepping in to help the LGBT community, and we want to just say your voices are amazing, and keep that going. Back in the 1940s, these two gentlemen, one had a telethon that was huge on television where he used to raise lots of money for different charities, and the other one was a stand-up comedian. Anybody know who these two gentlemen are? That's right. This is Mr. Bob Hope from the Bob Hope telethons that used to be on, where he would raise money for lots of different charities. And this is Mr. Milton Berle, the stand-up comedian. Mr. Milton Berle and Bob Hope in full bloom. You see, drag has been around so long, and so many celebrities and actors have done drag. I don't even know why all this fuss is about drag all of a sudden, and all of this backpedaling on trans women and stuff doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Coming in next, this is one of the biggest rappers in the world. Anybody know who Miss Lose Control is? Mm-hmm. You better work it. You better work it. You do two steps and work it. Mm-hmm. Anybody know this woman? That's right. This is Miss Missy Elliott. If you notice, I didn't even know the song. I was just trying to make it work. Some people be like, she didn't even know the song. Coming in next, this woman is part of the Hilton Hotel. What do you call it? The Hilton Hotel, not foundation. You call it, I guess, a mogul. Her father was a mogul, and he owned the Hilton Hotel chains. That's what we'll say. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? This is Paris Hilton from the Hilton Hotel chain. Paris Hilton, the woman that was on The Simple Life and can't sing. I don't know how she put out an album. Do y'all know how she put out an album? This is the woman that is heir to a hotel fortune, and she can't sing. And she was on a show called The Simple Life with, what's her name, Richie there. Anyway, this next woman was from the PBS. She's a televangelist. Her and her husband got arrested for stealing all the money of the congregation, but they let her out because they realized that it was just her husband that actually stole the money. They put him in prison, but she could cry on a dime. Anybody know who this woman is? This PBS evangelist that could cry on a dime. That's right. This is Miss Tammy Faye Baker, the woman with the long-lasting mascara, but she could cry on a dime. And her husband went to prison for stealing the congregation's money. And I don't know why they do that either. Preachers are always either asking for too much money. Can you imagine the preacher locking the doors of the church and asking everybody for $1,000? How do you how do you do that in these small communities? And how dare you ask people for $1,000? Lock the doors of the church, and I want $1,000. You're holding the people hostage in a church and asking for $1,000. That's hilarious. This next woman was starring in a movie called Prada, in a show called Prada, and also she was the second Black Miss America. Anybody know who this woman is? The second Black Miss America, and she was in a show called Prada. She's been in many different shows, Kiss of a Spider Woman and all of that. That's right. This is Miss Vanessa Williams, the woman that was caught in a compromised position upside down with another female star. And apparently she was dethroned 2 weeks later because of this photo of her in this Salacious magazine where she was upside down with another female co-star. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Anyway, this is the one and only Miss Vanessa Williams, the woman that the second black Miss America, beautiful and talented, coming to the stage now. He had a sultry, raspy, but amazing voice. And he used to perform, he was the lead singer with the Two Tons of Fun, Izora Rhodes and Martha Wash. And he had a #1 hit called You Make Me Feel Mighty Real. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is Sylvester. Sylvester. And he was in a group called the Two Tons of Fun with Martha Wash and Izora Rhodes. Coming in next is Mr. Culture Club. Like I said earlier, he loves expressing himself. He was doing drag before anybody else was doing drag. Anybody know who Mr. Culture Club is? Mr. Culture Club. Come a chameleon. He also had a hit song from the movie The Crying Game. The Crying Game. That's right, this is Mr. Boy George. Mr. Boy George from The Crying Game. Coming in next is this gentleman is just finished his Yellow Brick Road tour. And him and his husband are doing so many great things for lots of different people around the world that are suffering with HIV and AIDS. And they're trying to now eradicate it with their foundation. They're doing a great job. And like I said, he just finished his Yellow Brick Road tour. Anybody know who that gentleman is? That's Mr. Elton John. Coming in next is Miss Motor City herself, Miss Detroit, Michigan, and she demands respect. And you better think about it. You better think about the consequences of your actions. That's right. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She was the queen of soul. That's right, Miss Aretha Franklin. Miss Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul. We love her. Coming in next, Miss Yento. This is Miss Yento herself. She has a new album coming out now. I saw her doing car karaoke a few weeks ago. She looked fantastic. Fantastic. She has a new album coming out. I'm going to probably be one of the first queens over there to get it because I love her voice and I love her. That's right. This is Miss Barbara Streisand. Miss Barbara Streisand. Somewhere, somehow, somewhere. I'm a little hoarse today. My last customers. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Our next celebrity helped Tina Turner get her career back on track with River Deep, Mountain High. Apparently, he's in prison now for watching his girlfriend slip down on some nail polish on the staircase and unalive herself. But apparently he's in jail for watching this happen. Apparently she slipped down and unalived herself from slipping on some nail polish. Anybody know who this concerning record producer is? Very concerning. That's right, this is Phil Spector, the man that watched his girlfriend slip down the staircase and slip on some nail polish and unalive herself. But yet he's in jail for watching. That's Mr. Phil Spector, the concerning record producer. Coming in next, this gentleman lived in Transylvania, and I never seen him. Anybody know who this is? Anybody know who this is? This is Dracula. Christopher Lee in Dracula. The man that never bit a black woman. I never seen him bite a black woman in any of his movies. I know they must have thought about that when they were making the movies. Mr. Christopher Lee, the man that never bit a black woman in any of the Dracula movies or franchises. That is a conversation to be had. Dracula never bit a black woman. Oh, I can just imagine them coming over to me talking about and breathing heavy on my neck and everything. Oh my Lord. Oh, he be breathing on me. Oh my goodness. Mr. Christopher Lee bites his first black woman for the first time. Can y'all imagine? I can just imagine the reaction. There's so much of a story to go around Christopher Lee biting the first black woman. That needs to be a movie. You, what's his name? Quentin Tarantino. You need to write something for that. Dracula biting his first black woman. That would be hilarious. Coming in next, The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory. He just got married a few years ago and he lives in New York City. He had the #1 show on television there for a long time called The Big Bang Theory. Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right. This is Mr. Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory. From The Big Bang Theory. Oh my Lord, I couldn't help it. This Dracula thing got me laughing up a storm. Coming in next, this is one of the biggest porn stars of the 80s. And apparently he had a member, he's part of the Catalina and the Falcon porn group. But we saw him many times in Fort Lauderdale doing little demonstrations. Anybody know who this porn star is? Anybody know who this porn star is? He got turned down for the role in Star Trek because they didn't want his past catching up to the show, of him being a porn star. That's right. This is Mr. Jeff Stryker from Catalina and Falcon. From Catalina and Falcon. Coming in next is Miss Fenty, Miss LVMH. Miss Fenty herself. She ain't sent me no makeup yet, but I'm waiting. Miss Barbados, the billionaire Barbados queen from the Fenty Empire. Anybody know who Miss Fenty is? Miss Fenty. Anybody know who Miss Fenty is? She's very beautiful. This is Miss Rihanna. I think she's had like 12 or 13 kids in the last few months. I'm just kidding, Rihanna. Please don't let that affect my makeup shipment. Coming in next from Monsters Ball. This woman won an Oscar from Monsters Ball. If you haven't seen Monsters Ball, you need to see it. This woman is fantastic in Monsters Ball. Anybody know who Miss Ohio is? This is Miss Holly Berry. Miss Holly Berry from Monsters Ball. Whew, she was amazing in that. If y'all ain't seen that, she looked like a rough lesbian in that. Can I say that on here? She looked like a rough, she looked like how do they say it in the black community? A bulldozer. She looked like a bulldozer in that movie, Monsters Ball. Scary. Coming in next is the second black president of the United States of America. Most people think he was the first black president. I'm not going to tell you who was the actual first black president of the United States, but there was one, and he was the second one. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? Barack Obama, the man who's from Hawaii was in question by the president that's a sitting president now. That's right. This is the second black president of the United States of America, Mr. Barack Obama. Obamacare. Coming in next is I Don't Do Crack because that's whack. And she also was a young singer. She had such songs as The Greatest Love of All, I Will Always Love You, Step by Step, The Preacher's Wife, and so many others. Anybody know who this woman is? Her nickname was Nippy. Nippy. Anybody know who this is? That's right, this is Miss Whitney Houston. Nippy. Nippy. Yes, we love us some Nippy. Coming in next, this man watches us all from space. He watches us all from space, and he has a new line of cars out called Teslas that look like space cars. And they're in high demand, and they're, what do you call it? You have to plug them in. You have to plug them in. They don't require gas. They're electric vehicles. That's it, electric vehicles. But apparently, he's watching from space to make sure that you pay your payments on time because he is the richest man in the world. So he wants to make sure that those payments keep coming in from those Teslas and the SpaceX programs and many other AI programs he has going now. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who the richest man in the world is? The richest man in the world is that's watching you from space. That's right, this is Mr. Elon Musk. Mr. Elon Musk, the man that's watching us all from space. Coming in next is the Supreme One herself. The Supreme One herself. Apparently, she is selling out tickets all over the world now. Apparently, this woman is 83 years old and she's selling out concerts with I'm Coming Out, upside down, you're turning me, and the people are turning out in droves. It goes to show you that all the older people now are ruling the stadiums. Dolly Parton, Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills, Gladys Knight. All these people are in their late 70s and 80s, and they're ruling the stages, ruling, and still working. And that's the way to do it. That's right. This is the queen herself, the supreme one, Miss Diana Ross. Miss Diana Ross, we love her. She still looks fantastic. And for her still to be singing at 80 years old, that's amazing. I mean, it's a gift from God to even be alive. And but for her to still filling up stadiums and wowing audiences and having young people follow her and all this kind of stuff, that's amazing. Coming in next is Miss Firestarter herself. And she has a daytime talk show. And she started off way back in the days in a movie called Firestarter. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Miss Drew Barrymore. Miss Drew Barrymore from Firestarter. And she has her own late night show. Coming in next is the one and only Miss Shanae. Miss Shanae and Big Mama from Big Mama. Anybody know who this actor is? From The Bad Boy with Will Smith. And here he is Big Mama. That's right. This is Mr. Martin Lawrence. And this is his character, Big Mama. He also was in the franchise with Will Smith in Bad Boys. And he played the world famous neighbor Shanae, the queen that owned the hair salon. Yes, coming in next, 6'8", NBA player. And he hangs out in Walmart. He's the front man for Icy Hot, Dollar General, and many others. Five Guys, Forever 21. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? With a size 22 shoe. He has a size 22 shoe. Y'all know what I'm thinking. A 22 shoe. Anyway, this gentleman hangs out in Walmart and he loves doing fantastic things, paying for people's groceries and making people just feel special, even if it is for a few minutes. This is the one and only Mr. Shaquille O'Neal, doing great things around the world. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here to my celebrity guest game show tonight. Take care of yourselves. Stay fabulous. Until next time, my friends, I will be back with another one for y'all down the road. I'm on all social media with these different ones, and we're trying to see which one can work. And I just want to say thank you. And for those of you that don't know Stephanie Stevens, you will know me. I do stand up. I do a lot of different things, celebrity impersonations. I do drag. I do cooking shows. I do anything that keeps a roof over my head and keeps me happy and makes me happy. So until next time, my friends, from Celebrity Guest Game Show tonight, thank you and good night, y'all. How do you end it? I don't know. Oh, okay. I think this goes up there. Yes.